Southern Woods and Waters TV. That's where you want to be. Foggy mornings in the field, come the creek with the rod and reel, doing what we love in Tennessee. Patriot Demolition presents Southern Woods and Waters with Hugh McNaughton and Brandon Dowdy. Also being brought to you by Sniper Hunting Products, Deer 30 Minerals, Candy Fork Outdoors, Weststone Cry-Like Realtors, TWRA, Capital Sportsman, Nashville Marine, Davidson Farmers Co-op, Courtney's Restaurant and Catering, Mowing and More, CVA, Wilson Bank and Trust, Flowers Processing and Garden Center, X Outdoor Products, and Hunter Up.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Hugh McNaughton.
And I'm Brandon Dowdy.
And we are
Southern Woods and Waters.
As long as they keep letting us.
As long as we can keep on doing it, right?
As long as they keep letting us, brother. Hey, just to give you, you know, I didn't get to tell you before, but we got a lot of people watch the show.
Yeah.
And I want to tell you something. I got some kudos today via email and Facebook of some guys that's been watching the show, and they said some of them have said we gave them some really good tips. Well, one of them said he got his big bird today because he took one of our tips.
Did he?
Or it wasn't today, it was this week, though.
Yeah.
Right after a rain. And he went to a field.
He went to a field, didn't he?
He went to a field.
Yeah.
He said, I wanted to let you know I was listening.
Yeah.
He said, right after the rain, I went to the field, and he said, you're right, it wasn't but about 40 minutes here they come out the field.
It's worked out for us many times that way after that rain, man.
We ain't as stupid as we look.
So, sometimes, you know, it depends day to day.
The jury's still out.
Yeah, it depends day to day, but we usually got them figured out if we can.
It's okay, but I tell you what, a lot of great turkey hunting going on, and there's some that are having a struggle, struggle. So, you know, I still say that weather affects turkeys more than any one thing, and predators do too. So just keep that in mind. Pressure, driving through fields. I have not ever seen where driving through fields hurts them that much.
No.
Because once you're done and you go through in about 45 minutes to an hour, they kind of forget you're out there.
I drive Dad into every blind we ever go to.
It doesn't matter.
Don't have any problem.
But now pressure, as far as hitting birds, missing them, or shooting them and wounding them, or coyote population up, those things might affect you a little bit. So keep that in mind. But all in all, the latter part of the season seems to be doing a lot better than the first.
It's been really good. We've had some good hunts. Looking forward to some more good ones. So the one that we're going to be, I have, man. It has been a fantastic season.
Are you going to Tunica after that?
I've been 7 times and called 5 birds in for people that I have killed 2 of them and had 3 people that I've called birds in for. It's been a great year. The hunt that we're going to share tonight, this is actually going to be from East Tennessee when I headed down there, I guess about 3 weeks ago, directly from the show, and drove down. So that's what we're going to be sharing tonight. It was an awesome hunt. I mean, lots of gobbling and talking.
With the guy that killed the new muzzleloader state record?
No, the guy that I was hunting with this time was a friend of mine from college. His name is Paul Gwynn.
Oh, okay.
And I want to give Paul a shout out tonight. I know that they're watching, and appreciate him having me down. But yeah, we graduated college together and have stayed friends ever since, and done a lot of deer hunting together up there. But this is the first time I'd ever turkey hunted it, so we had a big time. I tell you what, Brandon, we're gonna go with Brandon on the second segment and the third segment, no, it was the first and second. Yeah.
First and second segment. So here in a minute, we're fixing to go. Yeah. So let's go. Yeah. Because I want to touch on some fishing too, because there's a lot of fishing going on in the state.
There is.
So let's go hunting with Brandon in beautiful East Tennessee.
All right, everybody. I just wanted to tell y'all what we're doing. Just now getting out of the studio. As you can see, it's Thursday night, and just fixing to leave Channel 5 right now. And I'm going to drive straight to Cleveland, Tennessee. It's in Bradley County. It's in East Tennessee. It's going to be just outside of Chattanooga. I've got a good friend there, and I've hunted with him there for years. We've done a lot of deer hunting on his farm, and I've not turkey hunted it yet, but he's got quite a few birds, and I'm really excited about getting down there. He's got some birds roosted, and and got us set up and ready to go in the morning. So I'm going to get down there. I've got everything loaded up in the truck, and we're going to get down there late tonight, and probably be a fairly sleepless night, and then we're going to get after them first thing in the morning. So got some rain coming in tomorrow. We hope that we can make something happen before it rains, just for filming reasons, but we're really looking forward to the hunt. So follow along with us and let's see what happens.
There's deer. There's some deer. You see them? Yeah, two of them looking right at us. Y'all see those deer? Those pretty good sized doves, ain't they? That's got a lot closer. It's back there by them deer. They got me coming over by the deer.
Time to go over and do our weekly wild game forecast. This week's weekly wild game forecast has been brought to you by our friends at Wilson Bacon Trust. I want to thank those guys for everything they do. Been doing it a little over 30 years.
They're
and
awesome.
They're always doing something. So be sure to tell them thank you for their support of our show. I tell you, you know, this week what's going on? The hens are nesting pretty hard. So the gobblers walking around fairly early in the morning alone, and it's a good time, 9 o'clock in the morning to 11 o'clock in the morning, to really get on it. So
they're looking for love in all the wrong places.
They are.
But you know, a lot of the hens are, you're right, have already been bred.
Yeah.
So they're nesting. They've already chosen a place to lay their eggs, and that's where they're off to. So everything's fixing to get just really. If you have not killed a bird, now's a good time to be going. And you don't have to kill yourself about getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning or 3:30.
Yeah.
Or driving all night. Now, that wasn't really a long trip. It was only like a minute and a half.
Tell you what, that was a long trip, buddy. It was a long trip.
It didn't look that long. But I tell you what, you know, good scenery up there. The birds were very vocal.
They were fired up.
And if I'm not badly mistaken, while they were fired up there, they were less fired up here.
Yeah, they were. Because I had people here that weren't hearing much of anything. So we were down there and they were just hanging.
It was a good thing you went up there.
Yeah, it was.
You got a golden opportunity there. And we're going to see the rest of that hunt here in just a minute. I did want to touch a little bit on the fishing part of it, though, because did you know that the Tennessee High School,
this weekend,
state championships this weekend on Old Hickory out of Flippers, and that starts tomorrow.
Yeah, it does.
It starts tomorrow. So guys and gals that are going to be a part of that, let me tell you something. It's to watch the water temperature. That's going to tell you a whole lot of what's going on, and be ready to start flipping some of that higher water. I tell you what. But beyond that, be safe. We want you to finish out your high school diploma.
That's right.
So there's a lot of things floating down that river right now, so be extra careful. And we hope that all of you have the best of luck. Old Hickory should be a little bit on fire tomorrow.
Should be a good weekend.
So it ought to be a great weekend for fishing also. Hey, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to visit some of our fine sponsors. We'll be right back with another part of the hunt. Actually, we may get to see a good part of the hunt.
That's right. We do want to remind everybody just real quick, come over and follow us on Facebook. We're going to have some more giveaways on Facebook here soon. Some live footage we've been running on there, a lot of different things. So come over and follow us there. So we just want to remind you guys of that. We're going to go ahead and take that break. We'll see you here in just a minute with some more Southern Woods and Waters.